Our number 2 play that we like to run from the Chiefs playbook to beat man press coverage is called gun flex Y off close, tight end will. Now, this particular play is really effective if your opponent calls base align along with man press. So let's go ahead and take a look at this play and hit the field. The route that we're going to concentrate on with this particular play happens to be the tight end who runs the will route. Now, I am going to tell you this. Against, say, a defense such as the nickel 2-4-5, cover 2 man, the linebacker that's covering him in man coverage, which happens to be this linebacker, without doing anything at all as for on our side of things, more than likely, the tight end is going to be covered pretty tightly. So let's go ahead and run the play as is, and I'll show you what I mean. On occasion, he may get open, but most of the time, it's going to be pretty tight, such as that. So something you can do is to go ahead and motion the tight end out. And if you do this, you're going to notice that that linebacker comes out now and looks like he's lined up across him, of course, as you see on your screen right there. So he's in man coverage. So this tells you that it's man. Now, this doesn't work all the time, but that receiver may get open as far as the tight end on the will route. So let's just go ahead and run it. And you may get something where you can throw it deep down the field and you might be able to complete it like that. But as you notice, that linebacker still is pretty tight. So what I want to show you guys is how this play is more effective if your opponent calls base align. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. All right, this time the defense has called press man coverage and base align is on. So what I want you guys to watch here as I send 𝗬𝘳 in motion to the right out here. So I'm going to go ahead and put him in motion, then I'll let him set and I'll snap the ball. What I want you guys to watch is the defender that now covers him, because this makes a difference in how this play works, because it's even more effective now. You'll notice that that corner who was lined up across from this receiver here is now out here covering 𝗬𝘳. Now this is a defensive back, he's an X factor, but it doesn't matter. Watch what happens when I throw the ball to 𝗬𝘳 as he breaks up the field here. He's going to get wide open, and this is what makes this play so effective. And that's why I put this at number 2, because even against cover 2 man press coverage, as long as base align is called, that's what's going to results are going to be in most cases. Let's go and take a look at this in instant replay. Let's go ahead and move the ball over here so we can zoom in a little bit so you can see how this works. So again, as I snap it, the key right here, you can see clearly that this defender right here, his hips, as he's turning, he kind of takes a stutter right there. He stutters right there. See how he stutters? And that's when 𝗬𝘳 now gets wide open, where we can make that throw, such as what you see on your screen. So that's what I really wanted to show you with this play. And the results is, even with this safety, as you notice the safety here, the strong safety, coming across to try to help. Now remember, he's supposed to be playing 2 deep coverage. But if we go back and rewind this, as we watch this, let's go back in here and rewind this a little bit, go back in instant replay. There's something else that kind of really makes this play work, because you're going to watch this receiver right here. If you remember right, when we first did this, this guy goes ahead and runs a post route. So he kind of runs this to the inside and goes up here towards the post. Well, that's going to hold the safety and kind of make the safety go to the inside before he can break over here. And by the time he gets over here, I've already thrown the ball to the tight end as he's going up on his will route, and he's already lost that corner. Then we're able to make this throw as we drop the quarterback back and make this throw deep down in this area here and complete it. And that's what you're seeing here on your screen as you watch. See how that corner goes in? If you look, if we go ahead and zoom in here, see how he has to respect this route here, this route that's being a post route. There's that corner right there. That's kind of a key right there as well to make this play work real effective. And then right there, we make the throw and we complete it for a big gain. So that's something you can look for. Now remember, that's against base man align coverage, or press man coverage with base align on. Now what I want to do is I want to go into one more defense here that I want to show you, and it's going to be out of the dime formation. This time the defense comes out in a dime 1-4 cover 2 man, and I want you guys to watch when I send 𝗬𝘳 in motion to the outside. You'll notice that it's another defensive back that's covering him. I believe he's like the 4th one on the depth chart, but regardless, it's a defensive back. As long as it's a defensive back, for the most part, you're going to be able to make the same type of throw against press man coverage. So just keep that in mind. Anytime it's against a defensive back, as long as it's not a linebacker, you're pretty much going to get this to work. Now that's without base align on. This time I'm going to go ahead and call base align. We'll get the same results regardless. So let's go ahead and motion him to the outside. The only difference is this time, rather than being a defensive back that was to the inside, it's now the corner with the X factor covering 𝗬𝘃. Same results as earlier. You're going to get that same results. And you can see right there, we get a big play. So this particular play, as I mentioned, regardless of the pass coverage, as long as you can run this against any of these man defenses, as long as it's matched up against a defender, being a defensive back, whether it be, you know, the dime back, the cornerback, whatever. As long as you get that matchup, you're going to have this type of success, such as what I just shown here throughout the video. So at any rate, guys, take a look at this play. It's called gun flex Y off close tight end will. It's our number 2 play from the Kansas City Chiefs playbook that we like to run against press man coverage.